Today is all about fulfilling a childhood fantasy. Because if we go back to the mid-'80s, we will find a 3-year-old me who was very passionate about two things. One being all things Rainbow Brite, and two, my glowworm. And unfortunately, Rainbow Brite is a fictional character, so can't really work that one out. But glowworms are very real, and that is what we are after today.
This is the Waipu Cave's entrance behind me, and what's cool about this cave is it's close to the boatyard, it's free, and there's no tour, so it's self-guided. We can take as long as we want, we can capture as many photographs as we want, film, and bring all of you along for the experience. I think we're gonna be in there for like 2 or 3 hours, so pack some hot tea, it's gonna be chilly. This cave's cut by water like most caves are, but it's interesting to watch the water just cascade off of this stalagmite.
Stalagmite, not tight,
It's not holding on tight, it's a stalagmite. Okay, to watch the water cascade off, so it's literally growing as we're watching it.
Yeah. But nothing is more impressive than your hair with that headlamp on. I think that's the end of our dry road. This is the part where we have to actually wade through this river to get back to the deeper part of the cave. It's gonna be
Chilly.
brisk.
I can see him. Whoa.
Real quick, explain what's about to happen here.
All right, I'm setting up for our first time-lapse. If you don't know what a time-lapse is, it's basically a series of photos that we then turn into a video. And the problem is, right now, I'm surrounded by glowworms, but you can't see them. The video just can't capture that much detail, so we have to use photography.
Because it is insanely dark.
Insane. This is way darker than shooting the night stars, so this is like a photographer's nightmare if you don't have the right equipment. And
we don't have the right equipment.
Nikki's got the best camera, which still isn't even good enough to really capture what we want, but I'm using this little RX100, which is a point-and-shoot camera, 25-second exposure, f2.8, ISO 6400. It's gonna take a photo every 44 seconds, and it's gonna take 130 photos, and that will give me about 5 seconds worth of footage.
So in other words,
we're gonna be here for a very
long time.
Very long time. But it looks absolutely incredible, so hopefully this little guy does it justice.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna turn the light off.
Okay.
So let's talk about glowworms, which interestingly enough are not worms at all. They are the larvae of fungus gnats. And there are two types of fungus gnats, the ones that feed on fungi like mushrooms, and then carnivorous ones. And that's what we have here, which is also why they light up. Glowworms prey on midges, mayflies, and moths. And you know the old saying, like a moth to a flame? Well, that's because all of those types of insects are drawn to light. They use it to navigate, sort of like a compass. You can think of it like the light at the end of a tunnel. It shows you a way out or through or in between. So here are these insects flying towards the light. Now into our glowworms, who have built these networks of dazzling chandeliers that are super sticky. So the insect is flying towards the light, gets stuck in this goo, and then the glowworm comes down and reels in his catch. Okay. Whew. Okay. Told myself I was going to tell the story. I'm going to tell the story. Okay. So this whole thing is a little more than just living out a childhood fantasy or a dream for me about a glowworm. Because to me, my glowworm wasn't just a toy. He was my safety, my security. He was my buddy. Unfortunately, my mother was a drug addict, and when I was just a baby, she had taken off with me and had kind of run away from my dad and that side of my family. Luckily, a couple of years later, she was picked up because she was trying to sell me on the streets for drug money. And that is whenever I, of course, was reunited with my dad and my grandmother and that side of my family. My dad got full custody of me, and I was right around 2.5, about to turn 3. And of course, that Christmas, that is where I got my glowworm. It's the photo that you see today. That's me right after I was reunited with my dad and my grandmother. And I was very traumatized. I cried a lot. I wouldn't really speak to anybody. So it was a bit of a rough go for a little while. But I remember that glowworm very distinctly because I slept with him every night, and I remember laying in bed and seeing his little glowing plastic head. But at the time, he was like my light in the darkness because I didn't like being in the dark. I was terrified. So there's something about being the adult me, yet thinking about that 3-year-old me and looking at these glowworms and knowing what they are now. I can't help but think like, maybe somehow the 3-year-old me, that little girl, knew that these glowworms were actually quite cunning and could protect me. They had spun little silk webs around me, and that nothing was going to come for me, that I was protected as long as I was next to that little glowworm. It just makes it a little extra magical, the fact that it's even a real thing, because little me had no idea what glowworms really were other than this toy. So yeah, I don't want to ramble, but I think it's really cool. I don't even know how I fully feel about all of this, and I don't even know if this will make it in the video, but I wanted to put it out there because maybe I'll be brave enough to hit the publish button. I don't know.
So we've been here for a few hours now, and people come and go, and when they come in, they have their lights on and they shine them around, and then all the glowworms just disappear. Then they come up and they get to their spot, they turn them off, and then the glowworms come all back out. And then when they're ready to leave, they turn on their lights again, there goes the glowworm. So we're like shooting this time lapse of these glowworms and all this like light changing, and we're watching these people kind of come and go because they're usually only here for like 15 minutes, that it feels like I'm in a time lapse while shooting a time lapse. So it's like this crazy sort of
Very meta.
Meta, yeah, super meta sort of thing. But it's absolutely wild being
And we got
here.
a show.
Oh yeah, one girl, she came in and she started singing, and it was just beautiful. Hopefully I captured it. I was like, this is awesome.
Right.
It's
It
like-
sounds like a cathedral in here.
Yeah. I wish I had a nice voice. Ah, sola mia. It's the only song I know.
It's like 1 part creepy, 2 parts super cool, 3 parts really magical. Got all this water and like sloshy mud, and there's just all the noises from the water and everything else. Then you got the glowworms, which look really cool. But I just keep reminding myself that everybody says New Zealand is not like Australia. Everything is not out to kill you. No, nothing here hurts you. Nothing's poisonous. Yeah, but all I can think about is like water moccasins and spiders. But there's glowworms. They'll save me. Oh, yeah.
So this is what it looks like in video, and here's what it looks like in time lapse. Come here, Mr. Eel.
You don't want him too close. Check him out. Where are you going? Come back. Ah, hey, that's so pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep, freshwater eel, and totally confirms my creepy things in the water, and it's weird to be walking around in. I mean, not that eels are creepy, but still stuff in the water.
Okay, I'll watch you cross.
Oh, great, thanks. No big deal. No big deal, it's just eels.
Guacamole and chips.
And smoked cheddar. I can say after about 6 to 8 hours of being in here, it's not actually cold. It's just that being in and out of the water makes your feet cold. I thought I was going to be a lot colder. See if there's anything in that hole right above you.
Yeah, we got some glowworms and some sticks. I don't want to stick my head too far in there.
Does it go far?
Looks like it.
Wow. Tight quarters.
Doesn't look too deep. I think it's...
Famous last words.
Yeah. Goes on forever.
Go tell me what's back there.
Water and limestone. Want me to go further?
Yeah, whatever you feel comfortable doing. I feel like if you're gonna go further, you should have the camera.
I hear loud water over there.
Yeah, sounds like a waterfall.
Yeah. Okay. That was adventurous.
Yep. Maybe if the water wasn't so murky.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less creepy.
We'll have to come in the summer when there's no rain.
Yeah, less water.
Yeah.
Way to be brave.
Just for the camera.
Yeah. Otherwise I would have never gone in there.
Never.
Hopefully that one came out.
Yeah. Battery exhausted. So it's really interesting because I'm playing with all different styles because these little glowworms are so bright, but the cave is just dark as dark can be, way darker than the night sky. So I'm kind of bouncing light here and there, and I found that just using my cell phone on a little, like the Notes app with a white screen, you know, that's the best way to really light it up.
Because all our other lights are too freaking bright.
All my photography lights, I brought them all, but they're way too bright. So cell phone, lowest brightness, seems to work. I think the only way I'm gonna know really is when we get back to the house or to the boat.
This could have been a total waste of like 10 hours.
Yeah, exactly. But it's cool. No, it's not a waste.
No,
This is
no.
cool. This is a challenge and I love it. This is like getting geek. Nah, I don't know. I kind of geek out about this kind of stuff. But there's a cliff right here, so I'm trying to focus.
Don't fall. Down to the abyss, right there. Let's here, hold on, I'll show you. There's the truck. Talk about living on the edge. This is like the third fording of the river.
Indeed. It's, the rain's been coming, so there was rocks here to come over. Now I'm either going to trip home or...
No, don't. Wow, that is a lot deeper. I'm coming over. Hang on. Okay. Don't die. Oh, that does not look inviting.
The water now is definitely colder than 62 or 64 or whatever it was.
Heck it was. Okay, are you pulled across with the camera?
Yeah, I can cross the camera.
Okay. Oh, I don't want to. I'm such a weak. I don't like dark, murky water, and it's all swirling.
I did it twice.
You're braver than I am. In so many ways. Oh my God, I don't even want to think about it. No.
I'm supposed to be on the other side to get you coming out.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You got sink in the mud. You need the lily.
Hold on.
Hold on, I think so.
Okay, go.
The light is up. Man, there's like little waterfalls everywhere now.
Well, that turned into an adventure fast.
Right? It's crazy because you're way back there. You have no idea what's going on out here in the world, and we've been in there for a long time. It's dinner time now. There's a little bit of light left, and a lot of rain. So, wow, what a day, man! So cool, though.
How's your inner child?
She's very satisfied right now. I feel like I can't tell whether adult me is more satisfied or 3-year-old me is more satisfied. We're all very happy. All of us. Okay, thanks for joining us. Love you all. Good night. Goodbye. I'm going in. Wow, I got a waterfall.